Ladies and gentlemen, it's Tito Clock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to the show. Sorry we're a little bit late. Had a little bit of last minute kind of technicalities we're still trying to sort out for the raffle, which is towards the end of the show. So, small little issue with Facebook and our raffle software, something to do with the APIs. Hopefully that will be all fixed up by the time we hit the end of the show, but there we go. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Welcome, everybody, including our regulars, Mayan, Will, Rajun, Medanilia, Jonah, Mesiderio, Red, Pototanon, Cheska, Magilian, and Bingo Flores Villanueva, and everyone else who's joined us from everywhere around, not just the country, but all around the world, because Tito Clock goes across borders, and we know we have our friends over in the Middle East. A lot of you tuned in from there. We've also got a lot of people tuned in from Australia and wherever you might be. Some people are even tuned in from a ship. We do get our odd seafarers that reach out to us and say that they catch the show whenever they can, whenever they get internet and stuff like that, or they're near a port and stuff. So if you are out there, especially if you're somewhere outside the Philippines, just pop in your location. Actually, even in the Philippines, just pop in your location. It's always nice to know where people are coming from. So at least we know, let's say, if it was Giorgio Berenguer out there, it'd be like, hey, Giorgio Berenguer from whatever, Makati City or Guadalupe or whatever, right? So just gives us this little geo picture of where you all are watching from. I hope you guys are doing okay. It's day number, what is it, X? I know it's scrolling there. I'm going to see it in just a second. Day 412 of MECQ, GCQ, and all the A1Qs that we can think of. And we are stuck here together until further notice, because looks like it's been extended again till, is it the 15th? Who's keeping track? I mean, like, honestly, at this stage, it's just like it's like this moving target. But we gotta do what we gotta do. Lots of things that we can say about it, but at the end of the day, we're here in this situation. We'll talk more about that later on, because I do have one or two things that I'd like to share. But in the meantime, we'll kick things off as we normally do, just to keep everybody up to speed and get on the same page to find out what's happening. We go for the latest in headlines. So for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got for us?
Yes, hello, Tita James. Good afternoon, my fellow inmates. Thank God it's not just Friday, but another sumptuous day. This is Chris, and it's time for today's Tito Clock News. Metro Manila Council or MMC Chairman and Parañaque Mayor Edwin Olivares said today that local government units in Metro Manila are aiming to start mass COVID-19 vaccinations by June once the bulk of the vaccine doses arrives. According to Olivares, the administration of the second dose is already included in vaccinating 70% of the population to achieve herd immunity. 98% of the 8,000 healthcare workers in Parañaque have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Olivares revealed that most of the local chief executives in Metro Manila, including himself, have received the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine and are waiting to be given their second dose. The vaccination of medical professionals and local officials has led to the rise in vaccine confidence in Metro Manila. The national government has administered 1.8 million vaccine doses to healthcare workers, senior citizens, and persons with comorbidities. Vaccine czar Carlito Galvez Jr. earlier said the Philippines is aiming to vaccinate the general public by August once there is sufficient supply of COVID-19 vaccines. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque announced on Thursday that restaurants are now allowed to hold indoor dining operations at 10% seating capacity, while personal care services such as beauty salons and barber shops can reopen at 30% capacity. Roque said the Interagency Task Force, or IATF, approved recommendations to permit restaurants, eateries, and other food preparation establishments to resume dine-in services under the Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine, or MECQ. The previous regulation only allowed outdoor or al fresco dining, as well as takeout and delivery. However, Restaurants have the option to operate beyond the 10% capacity if they comply with the Safety Seal certification program. Roque said the IATF also allowed beauty parlors, barbershops, and nail spas to return to operations with an initial 30% capacity in MECQ areas. These establishments can only provide services to customers wearing their face masks at all times. Salons and spas were also given the same option to operate beyond limited capacity if they comply with the Safety Seal program. The Manila Electric Company, or Meralco, will continue its no disconnection policy as the government extended the Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine, or MECQ, in the National Capital Region as well as the provinces of Bulacan, Cavite, Laguna, and Rizal until mid May. Meralco FVP and Chief Commercial Officer Ferdinand Gelus said Meralco would continue its vital operations such as meter reading and bill delivery activities. The Energy Regulatory Board, or ERB, issued an advisory last year to encourage financially capable customers to settle their bills on due date to help manage the cash flow in the energy supply chain and ensure continuous power supply. Customers are urged to contact Meralco through Facebook Messenger and Twitter or call hotline 16211 before going to its business centers for any inquiries and concerns to ensure that customers can minimize unnecessary exposure to COVID-19. Meralco's business center will remain open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. from Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 12 noon every Saturday. The World Travel and Tourism Council, or WTTC, announced that the Philippines has been selected to host the next WTTC Global Summit in October this year. WTTC President and CEO Gloria Guevara made the announcement during the closing ceremony of the Council's Global Summit in Cancun, Mexico. Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat then invited all the partners to the next summit, which is eyed to boost the tourism industry greatly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The 3 day WTTC Global Summit is an annual event that gathers over 800 delegates composed of chief executive officers, or CEOs, presidents, and chairpersons of the largest and most prominent international travel and tourism companies and enterprises. It is also attended by tourism ministers and officials from international organizations such as the United Nations World Travel Organization. During the summit, tourism delegates are discussing the opportunities, challenges, and issues facing the industry and draw up the concrete solutions pursued across countries and regions through private and public sector collaboration. Those were today's headlines. Now let's have Tito James back and try our best to keep it zen as we look at the inbox.
Yeah, you better keep it zen. You know why? Because I heard that you got something to promote after this at the end of your broadcast. If you get my blood pressure past a certain point, we're going to cut you off. You cannot promote your event. All right. So
Oh
just
my
keep
God.
it
Okay.
calm. All right, Chris? You hear
I'm
me?
a try. I'm gonna
All
try to
right.
do it.
Try. Try.
All right. But the first few pictures maybe maybe not.
May
The
disclaimer
first
na.
one, my
Ano yan?
disclaimer agad. Okay, the first one is our favorite deliveries. Relo na, naging bato pa.
What's this? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ayan.
yeah. Okay. So how legit is this thing? Because the guy who sent it, did he open it in front of you, or he just showed it via pictures? But basically, his claim is that he ordered a watch. A watch. That's right. He ordered a watch, and he got a rock. And then he
Mm,
noticed that his it was cut there as well. So
there.
I take it with a grain of salt because we weren't there. There was no video per se. So this is what he's claiming. So just be careful, I guess, but take it with a grain of salt because we're only receiving this in the inbox. Mm.
Yes.
It's still safe, Chris. Step it
Okay.
up from here.
The next one. The next one is called the perfect parking.
Okay. Oh my god. And he's so small, pa. Come on, dude. Yeah, that is. I had to look. I had to look close. I thought, is that really two spots? Maybe it's just a small car and a
Yes,
big.
it is.
No, you can see very
No,
clearly.
it's two spots.
Oh my God,
Kitang-kita in the middle,
baby,
the line.
baby. Grabe, oh. Look at that. Does it make it more offensive that it's a small car? I mean, I don't. I'm not. It's a rhetorical. It's not a rhetorical question. Does it? Because if that was a big F-350 or something like that, would you look at it a little differently? I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
but I'm kind of more offended that it's small and it really could have
Yeah.
just like, you know, parked in its spot. But anyway, all right. You're running on thin ice. You're running on very thin ice, Chris.
Oh my gulay.
Watch her. She's
Last
trying
na
to delete. She's like trying to
last
delete. She's
kamote
trying.
na.
Okay. Oh,
Last kamote na. This is called the bike lane question mark question mark question mark.
ano yun?
How to use a bike
Ano po
lane.
yun? How to use a bike
So
lane Tagaytay bike? Are you freaking kidding me? Can you zoom in X a little bit?
there.
All right. That's it. Cut
It's
Chris
not my
off.
fault.
Cut it off.
It's
Cut it
not
off.
my fault. Please.
You saw it and you still subjected me to it. That's like this is like telling somebody, taste this, it's really bad. Taste it. No, you won't believe how bad it is. That's what you're doing to me, Chris. That's what you're doing to me.
I'm
Sige,
so
sige.
sorry. It's the netizens'
We'll give
fault.
you this
Charot.
last. Okay, last. That's all right. You got anything else there to
We
redeem
have two
yourself?
more. We have two more stuff. We have two more stuff. Okay, this
Better
one
be
will
funny.
kind of tickle you. It's called fork clip for sale.
Oh, ang galing mag-redeem. Ang bilis.
O, diba?
Saved by pork clip. Who would have
Oo,
ever guessed?
diba?
Saved by a fork clip. I love it. I love it. My
Thank you,
God.
fork clip. May isa pa, may isa pa. There's another one.
Okay.
This is for those allergic to dairy. It's called
Okay.
lactose.
Lactose. And it's a Lacoste with what's next to the Lacoste? Is that a can I see?
Uh,
Can you zoom in?
I don't
That's
know
not like
if it's
the third
poop.
emoji, is it? It looks
I
like a
don't know.
what is that? Is that the third emoji?
I
It is a
possibly
third emoji.
it
So he's
is. It
lactose
is. It is.
intolerant. Okay, and the
Yes.
crocodile is doing what lactose intolerant people do if they all
Yes.
right, all
All
right. You
right.
scrape
Am I safe?
by you scrape by the skin of your teeth. All right. That it?
Yes.
All right, Chris. What's this event that you wanted to join Free Plug Friday for? You do a live version of this.
Yeah.
So what do you
Oh,
have?
yay. Thank you. So I just want to promote my events group called Sugar Rush Entertainment PH. We are a bunch of
Mhm.
events hosts and performers. Our services are mostly catering to kiddie parties, but not limited to it. We can also host and perform for other birthday ages from 1 to infinity and beyond. We also do corporate events such as anniversaries, Halloweens, Christmas parties, and among others. But since right now we are on some sort of a lockdown and we can't really do events, but this one that you're seeing is something we did earlier this year during GCQ. But don't worry, all protocols have been practiced. I was wearing masks the whole time I was hosting, and there were only a few number of guests. Like in one table, it's four. But since we are on MECQ, so we're doing this virtually. So you can, so that's my business partner, and she is playing the role of Mulan. She was hosting weekend, last weekend's party, and we just celebrated our third year this month. So we will be having our anniversary giveaway. So just check us out on Facebook and on Instagram. Again, that's Sugar Rush Entertainment PH for your party entertainment needs. Yes.
Good job there, Chris. Good
Woo!
job. That's really I didn't know that you did this. This is a really nice service. So you do this also virtually for Zoom
Yes,
parties,
for
etc.
Zoom.
It's
Yes.
it's children's hosting. What other things did you say you did for them aside from children's
Um,
hosting?
hosting and performing. So that's
Performing.
me as Moana. So I was the
Oh,
performer for that day with another friend. She is playing Rapunzel. There we go. So we were performers that day,
how
and
did they
of
get
course
on
we
board
also
with you?
do it. Yeah, so
Sugar Rush
they can just
Entertainment Page.
yes, Sugar Rush Entertainment PH. They can just send their inquiries through our Facebook again and on Instagram. They can just DM me personally also, of course. So our Facebook and IG is right there.
Yeah, they're right
Uh,
up. Scrolling, scrolling,
so
scrolling.
my Facebook and IG is scrolling Krishna Peña. So you can DM me or my group called Sugar Rush Entertainment PH. Shout out to my business partners Karen and Christine.
All right, watch it, watch it, watch it. Oh! Look at that! Look at my finger following
Yes,
this.
Sugar Rush Entertainment PH. Guys, please do follow us. And of course, watch out for our anniversary giveaways. We're going to be posting it maybe tonight.
Right.
Please follow us, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tito James.
You're welcome, Chris. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week. All right, that was Chris with the latest in headlines, and of course, she got her little plug in there. It is Free Plug Friday, so hey, it goes around. So we wanted to support our own, and Chris has that wonderful little service that she offers there with her partner for kids. But now it is time for the other Free Plug Friday, the one she didn't quite make it into. And for that, we need XX. What you got in the box there, X? Well, just give me a second, X, because there we go, X. There we go. One, two, three.
Hi, DJs. We actually have a lot in store once again. But before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the Tito Clockers. Welcome to another edition of Free Plug Friday! All right, feature I saw on the screen. Let's start with some Pancit Malabon from the South. All right, DJs, the South's Pancit Malabon is actually a business based in Parañaque that started last September 2020. So one of the pivots that happened during the pandemic, and they sell freshly cooked Pancit Malabon in different sizes that can be enjoyed between 1 up to 18 people. How did you find it, Tito James?
I loved it.
Yeah, I saw Rocket was trying to beg. Well, he always does, but he actually did his signature pose of begging. Actually, Tito James, I also like it because normally I would put calamansi in my pancit malabon, but this one did not need any.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I normally season mine as well, but I ate this one straight as is, and it was very good.
I would agree, Tito James. Hope you guys can also check it out. Price starts at 170 pesos. That's good for up to 2 people, and it's 1,500 pesos for a serving. It's up to 18 people. Again, the South's Pancit Malabon on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to the Pantry Project Manila. So the Pantry Project Manila, Tito James, is based in Mandaluyong that offer home-cooked dishes such as the bopis, which Rocket was silently stalking, together with the ham and cheese Monte Cristo that you just had. Tito James.
Yeah, nice and crunchy and on the outside. And
That's true.
Yeah.
And actually, they also made, which they normally don't, a chicken and cheese Monte Cristo when they found out that I don't eat beef and pork. So sweet of
Finally,
them.
the panic paid off.
I grabbed it, little James.
I don't eat pork. Here comes the chicken. Now, that's great. But it really shows how adaptable they are.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
nowadays you're not an uncommon type of person to go. A lot of people are staying away from certain things. Either
Exactly.
They're going vegan. They're going. They're dropping pork or beef. So yeah, restaurants and food establishments have got to keep up.
Yeah, Tito, and just look at this packaging they have. It's pretty awesome,
Yeah,
right?
it looks very natural and organic. It looks like a very kind of ganda.
You know that, Tito James. Anyway, guys, price starts at 280 pesos for the bopis, which is good up to 3 people, and the Monte Cristo, Tito James, is 75 pesos for 4 slices already. Not bad, Tito James.
That's good value.
I actually think that's good actually for 2 meals or more,
Yeah,
depending on your appetite.
Mhm.
Anyway, guys, hope you can check it out together with their other products as well. Again, the Pantry Project Manila on Facebook and Instagram. Next, we go to Luca HTP Olympia. So Luca HTP Olympia is actually created by a local distributor named Regine, who brings in Luca Cosmetics and HTP basic clothing. It's like the one that you're wearing right now, Tito James, before you got bit by Rocket.
That's why it's not just food anymore. He's after even the shirt that I get. I mean, he wants a piece of that too.
Yeah,
But
Tito
yeah,
James, because they
nice.
didn't have it in his
You're
size.
wearing one too now.
I'm wearing one too, and I'm showing it.
The material's really nice. What is that material? I mean, it's
This is stretchable.
yes, it's stretchable. It's very
And-
light, very comfy.
And actually, I think this is slim fit.
Mm.
So it just adapts to your body, makes it look extra slim.
Ooh.
Extra slim, like make you lose 10 to 15 pounds in photos and in person. Well, I don't know, but it just feels great. I like the material, James. And it also comes in different colors and designs as well. Anyway, guys, they also sent in their Luca cosmetic products, such as the clarifying soap, moisturizing serum, and the multitasking mousse, with complete instructions together with some photos of before and after shots of some people that showed improvements when they use these products.
Well, let's just clarify the soap.
Anyway,
How
guys,
do you clarify soap? I'm just curious.
I am also curious as well. But if you can see the before and after photos of these people who showed improvements on their skin just by using these products, well, might be worth a try. Anyway, guys, price starts at 90 pesos for the soap, 220 pesos for the serum, and 240 pesos for the mousse. While the teas,
So
Tito James,
diverse, aren't they? They got clothing, they got cosmetics,
I
they got
know.
soap.
it's pretty cool.
That's pretty diverse.
It's pretty good, diverse indeed. Well, anyways, everyone has to adapt nowadays because you have to have multiple sources of income. So good on you guys. Anyway, guys, the tees that Tito James is wearing that caused him to be bit by rocket starts at 199 pesos each. Again, Luca HTT Olympia on Facebook and Instagram.
Dog not included.
Dog not included. Next, we go to Greenleaf M&L. So Greenleaf M&L is a nursing and gardening store that offer imported and local plants as well as pots. Okay, so just check out the pots and plants that they offer.
Real ones?
Real
Live ones?
live pots.
Okay.
Extreme. Live pots, live plants. I mean, live plants. and
Bring them
real-
over here. They won't stay alive for long.
Not in your studio, Tito James.
No.
No. So guys, hope you guys can try. Anyway, guys, hope you can check out their products. They have different types of plants and pots, and the prices vary depending on the type of plant. But the range would be between 140 pesos to 240 pesos for the pots, and 850 pesos to 2,500 pesos for the plants. Again, guys, Greenleaf Manila on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not least, don't you think it's important to always drink clean water, Tito James?
We're made up mostly of water.
That's true. So Tito James, the folks from UV Eco Water MNL offer their UV Eco Water Purifier that has a 4 purification process, which turns
Wow, this can save you, theoretically, save you quite a lot on bottled and filtered water, right?
exactly, and
I guess that's the idea. Wow, look at that.
it's pretty cool, Tito James, and it results to 99.99% clean. Water. Where's it?
Yeah,
Where is it?
I want to know the secret to that
I'm as
0.1%
curious
that
as you
keeps
are.
getting away.
Exactly. Like, how does keep it? Anyway, guys, this is also FDA and DOH approved and NSF certified. Plus, it's very easy to install. You can install it in a matter of 3 minutes according to their instructions. Anyway, this is also good for people who don't want to keep taking trips to their neighboring water station, right? James?
Yeah. Well, that's and also if you're the type who buys bottled water, you really can save a lot on environmental impact.
Yeah, guys, that's true. Anyway, guys, hope you can check them out. UV Eco Water on Facebook. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and always sanitize the clockers. This is X. Peace out. Happy weekend. Bye.
Bye.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Love Free Plug Friday. It's the one that started it all. But yes, that is our little community effort to get the businesses going and get the economy kick-started. So if you want to join Free Plug Friday, well, firstly, just understand there's a bit of a waiting list right now, but you can always reach out through the IG account, Deaconitis, and X over there in the back. We'll get to it straight away. But yes, just a little bit of advance expectations. You will be, I don't know when's the next, oh, never mind. It's going to be a while. It's going to be a while, but you know what? You never know. Sometimes people drop out and you could be featured in one of those times. So still worth your while to do so. You know what, X, I figured something out. You know how we were complaining about the 99.9% and everything? Every time we have disinfectants, it only takes out 99.9%. That 0.1% should be in the relay. See, that's it. That's a secret. That's a secret. If we could isolate it and figure it out, we could find the secret to eternal life. There you go. All right, so there you go. That's Free Plug Friday, and I hope if you see something you like, that you support them, because that's a great way to get the economy spinning around again and to help out somebody who's probably in a very difficult situation or is just really trying to make something new of themselves. And we all know how that feels, especially in this pandemic. And another one who understands this probably better than most is somebody who had to really pivot, but quite a big business under pandemic circumstances. They did get started before the pandemic started, but they got hit with the pandemic. And we're not talking about a bakery anymore. We're talking about a whole ride sharing app. Now, this is a little bit new. And it has some unique selling points. So I want to bring them on and I want to be able to share their story with you. Would you please welcome up from Golag, attorney BJ Topacio and Marjorie as well. And we'll be talking about ride sharing in the area of Laguna. Welcome to the show, guys. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Who we got there? We got Marjorie and we've got, who else we got there today? Great. Attorney BJ is also joining us, or?
Yes.
Okay, let's bring Attorney BJ there on the screen as well. Welcome to the show, guys. We're giving guys a quick background on what you guys do. And basically, you have a ride-sharing service, but what's making it quite unique, unlike Grab and some of the bigger ones, is you operate in areas that Grab doesn't go to, such as Laguna. Can you start with how you started this whole service?
Hi. Hello. Thank you for inviting us on your show. Golag Inc. It just entered my mind, like the need for advancement of public transportation to serve the public, not only on highly urbanized cities, but also on developing areas, cities. So Golag, it's like when we applied at LTFRB, it's only for our hometown, my hometown, Laguna, which is Laguna. So we applied 2017. We passed all the documents, and April 2018 we got accredited.
Awesome. So you are now an accredited ride-sharing service. But what I like about it, Marjorie, is that you guys operate in areas that Grab doesn't. And this is a big complaint from people who live outside the metro area. And that's more and more people now are doing that. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to live in Laguna, work in the city. In fact, we have so many people here are leaving comments. I saw Gary leaving a comment there. We've got Baby who says they're from Cavite. So these are areas that really need servicing. How's it been going so far since you started servicing the Laguna area?
The Laguna area, since 2019, we already established bookings that has all that caters all for the passengers of Laguna and also going outside Laguna. So the progress that we made on bookings 2019 is already good. But when 2020 the pandemic hits, of course, it went slow. Everybody was affected.
Could you share with us perhaps some of the pre-pandemic figures that you were doing for rides? And then maybe that will give us a better picture of the demand and how to service it.
Okay, like on a monthly basis, we have already like a completed booking of 200 plus to 300, and the highest is like 6,000 bookings.
6,000 bookings in a month.
Monthly, yeah, completed bookings.
But when we were talking earlier before this, you were mentioning that you were not even able to service all of these bookings. So you're looking at expanding the fleet and expanding the opportunities as well to other areas, right? How much percent are you able to service of that demand? We're still talking pre-pandemic.
Okay, maybe Trish can answer that.
Okay. Of the demand prior to the pandemic, we were only servicing about, I think, 80% of the bookings that were coming in because when we launched, we were not ready for the influx of clients, and we only had a limited number of TNVS partners. So these are the cars and the drivers who are accredited with us, and so we kept on onboarding them and getting them and making sure that they want to, be accredited with Golag so that their franchise can also be made available to areas where we service right now.
Okay. So this is now we're obviously the pandemic period. We're hoping that we can get out of this. So we're trying to look
Yeah.
at the whole business model after. So we won't dwell
Mhm.
too much on what's happening right now in the pandemic.
Mhm.
But your unique selling point, as we mentioned earlier, is you service areas. Right now, you're servicing an area that Grab doesn't service, or the
Mhm.
other ride-sharing apps don't service. Taxis are not. Do you have taxi services in Laguna? What's the taxi service situation there?
Uh,
Do you
there-
get many? What's the situation with taxis there?
right now in Laguna, there are only like buses and jeepneys, of course.
Okay,
So no taxis in
so
Laguna
it's
so
really
far.
this is
And
pretty much your only private car alternative if you live in Laguna right now. Okay, so
yes.
that's one huge selling point. Also, you do mention that you do Laguna to Makati type of
Mhm.
things, right? Not just within
Yes.
Laguna. So you have to do an airport run, or if you're one of those that just have to go out during the day and you don't have a private car, you can take this ride sharing car all the way in and then all the way back. No problem.
Yes, from Laguna to Makati or Laguna to Quezon City even, and
Okay.
then back. Yeah, and of course there are also areas just out, not just in Laguna, but we also have bookings like from uh, going to Cavite and Bulacan even.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So when I was chatting with Marjorie yesterday, it was what I found also very interesting, and I wanted to share with people here is obviously the people from Laguna are right now going, great, this is awesome. I have an alternative now for private car service that I could use, and that's great. But there's also a business opportunity for those who want to, let's say, help develop their area. If they wanted to develop Cavite, or they wanted to develop Bulacan, or any of
Mhm.
these other areas, there is an opportunity to get some, call it for lack of a better term, geo licensing. Like they can license
Uh,
a certain area with you guys, or how does that work if they want to join your company, but not necessarily as a driver, but to, let's say, take care of a certain area? Would you be open to that?
oh, like okay, because we cannot franchise, of course. So
Yeah.
the franchise, of course, the franchise stays with the company. But what we
Mhm.
can do is we partner with, let's say, if there are TNVS franchise open in the area, example, if they open additional TNVS franchises in, let's say, in Bulacan or Pampanga, or something, or places like that, and instead of us going there and setting up office, we can partner with someone there who can actually operate it for us. So it's
Mm.
going to be a managed partnership.
Okay, so there is you're still
So
there's
there is
an
a big
opportunity.
business opportunity.
There you go. That's the question I wanted to answer. So if
Yes.
anyone has is looking at perhaps taking care of a certain area, you can reach out to the people of Golag and perhaps work out some kind of arrangement. Although it's pretty clear, Marjorie also made it clear that you cannot franchise because of the
Mhm.
LTFRB
Yes.
accreditation. It doesn't allow for that, but you
Mhm.
can certainly allow for opportunities where they can manage certain areas, not under a franchise, but yes. See, Ramon Garcia, he's from Laguna as well, from Pansol, and he says Laguna needs taxi service, and GoLag is a great idea. It is because I asked the question, kind of knowing already the answer, but it's amazing how you've lived without taxis for so long, considering that it is really Laguna is no longer provincial. It's not considered provincial
Exactly. Hmm.
all anymore. I mean, I don't even know when they started going. It's people, so many people commute from Laguna and work in the
Hmm.
city. And now with that NLEX, sorry, the Skyway, it's become
Skyway,
even
extended
more
Skyway.
accessible, right? Yeah. So
Mhm.
there are, I'm very excited for GoLag because of the opportunity that it can allow for people to spread out. It's about
Mhm.
decongesting Metro Manila, and lots of things play a role in this. Transportation is a huge part of it. If you can't get yourself
Correct.
that option, you're just going to find another apartment in Manila and work here
Mhm.
and add to the congestion. But with these types of things available, we now have options. So I'm very grateful to you guys for that.
Thank
What
you.
about Attorney Topacio? He's been very, very quiet there. Perhaps we can get something, some thoughts from Attorney Topacio as well. Ay, we lost him too. Oh, no wonder. Kaya pala quiet eh. We lost him.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we've
It's
actually had increase also outside of Luzon. That's why it's been wonderful.
You're doing it outside Luzon? Did
Well,
you say?
no, we've had increase already.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would that work? An LTFRB franchise is nationwide, or is it
Yes.
Luzon? It's a nationwide franchise.
Yes, it's a nationwide franchise, so we can operate everywhere. There is the NVS franchise issued by the LTFRB, by the regional LTFRB.
Okay. And so if somebody wants to now, if there's somebody tuned in or people who are tuned in who want to apply as drivers for you and enroll their cars, how do they go about that?
We have onboarding seminars via Zoom, of course. And so we have a schedule. They can just go to our Facebook page, Golag PH, or they can send us a message there or send us an email. And
Well,
we
we
have a
already
team
got
that
one.
will-
Louis Mack just said he's sign him up. Said, shut up and
Yeah.
take my money. Well, I'm of course paraphrasing, right? But it's basically that. So here, Louis Mack, I want to partner with Golag in Laguna. Reserve me a slot. What you can't see, shut up and take my money. That's underneath. But good to see so much interest out there because now, I guess as the pandemic opens up, a lot of people who have lost their jobs, this could be somewhat of a safety net for them. At least maybe while they're getting back on their feet, looking around. This was what ride sharing was designed for, to give people an opportunity. Do you find in your driver lineup, do you find a lot of individual drivers signing up, or do you get a lot of companies that are signing up? What's the profile of your driver? Are they individual operators?
Yes. About, I'd say 90%, or maybe maybe 95% are really individual operators. There are very few who have possibly multiple units, but these are really more of them are, they're the operator and the driver at the same time.
Okay,
So
Gary
it helps
says.
the economy a lot.
Gary says here, Laguna peeps had the best of both worlds. Haha, grab when going to Manila, Golag when going to the south. So yeah, it is great. And now, Gary, you can use Golag to also go to Manila if you want. So they also have that option for you as well, which is great for people who live in Laguna. I'm glad to hear that you said that 90 or 95% of your drivers are owner operators, because that's really, like I said, the spirit of what ride sharing was supposed to be. In the initial part around 2017, when we had that it went through that period, one of the criticisms was it was trying to be regulated too much like a taxi. And that was really what we were trying to go away from, that model.
Yes.
So if you regulate something like a duck, it will then eventually quack like a duck and walk like a duck. And so I'm glad to see it somehow going back to its organic roots of providing the opportunity for people to literally share their ride and somehow share that cost of ownership, because that's really what we need. That's the win-win situation there, is when you have a vehicle that costs you a fixed amount, whether you use it or not, you'll be able to share that cost if you now drive for others in your area. And then, of course, for the people who are using it, you don't have to buy the whole car if you can just sort of get your rides outsourced, and you can still get that comfort and convenience and safety of a private car. So I'm very, very happy that you guys are doing this. Is there anything else you want to share that we haven't covered?
Marge, is there anything else you want to share?
Aside from Attorney Topacio, we haven't shared him yet.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
I
these two are my bosses.
There, he's back.
Okay.
I just
Well, at
want to
least-
share something.
Go ahead.
Okay. One of my biggest inspiration on this is my late father, Carlos Garcia Jr. He is one of the pioneers of the private resorts here in Pansol, Laguna. And I just want to tell also all the ENBS drivers, partners, I booked Golag several times. Sir Dindo, Sir Roland, I know all your concerns. I heard everything. So we are doing our best to help, especially during this pandemic. And I would also like to thank Greenfield Corporation, um, the Medical City South Luzon, Laguna Industrial Health Clinic, and JT Lakbay Services for giving me this opportunity to work with them, the partnership that we have with them. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Marjorie. And I just want, before you leave, I wanted to also just tell people about their future plans. I know there's already enough to digest, so I don't want people to get overwhelmed because it's already great news enough that we have a ride-sharing app in Laguna, and that can potentially move into other areas like Bulacan and other provinces that are nearby the metro area. But I was particularly excited about what you said about it's similar to the Gojek model, where this Golag app can eventually provide your masahista, your grocery service,
Electrician.
electrician. So the technology is there for you to harness it in one app. This is literally what Gojek in Indonesia did. And they're the
Yeah.
biggest app there. And you have that potential, and you're developing that. You're working on developing that here, which basically turns everybody into a micro entrepreneur all within one app. When do you think that's possible to roll out?
Okay. February, we started already our online registration for drivers and merchants. We don't want to open the app yet because we don't want, of course, customers complaining. Like we still have to do a lot of seminars with our drivers and merchants. But we already got a lot of online registration from them. So when we start our booth in Paseo, we will continue with the online registration, and hopefully 3 months or 2 months from now, it will start already.
I'm also particularly excited that this is Filipino owned and operated. And even, did I get this right? Even the technology was developed locally?
I have a group of developers, like not here from the Philippines, but I'm part of the dev team, and also our CTO, my husband, is also part of the. He's like the senior web developer of GoGets
Wow.
and
So
Golag.
you
So hands
started
on.
it, you outsourced the heavy lifting, kumbaga, of
Yeah, but
but
yeah,
the vision, the structure, the business itself is Filipino, locally owned
yes.
and locally run. And this is great. This is great for all of us. I really wish you all the success, and I really hope that we can get you back on the show, especially when you launch that second phase of the GoLag app, which is all those micro entrepreneurs like electricians, plumbers, massahistas, haircuts, all of that kind of thing, which will put it all into one app, into the palm of your hand. It it consolidates all those services, plus it gives that opportunity for people to, like I said, become their own bosses and have that platform. It's going to be great. I think it's wonderful. So congratulations, Marjorie, and your team,
Thank you.
Trisha, Attorney. Hey,
Thank
Attorney,
you.
next time, just don't talk so much, because we have the time here. But
Message.
you're on mute.
Attorney.
I'm
Finally
just
gets
happy to be here. Tito James, it's an honor. And of course, my bosses are here, so I'm going to get paid. It's okay.
Comment.
Yeah, we're just giving you grief.
Installment.
We're just
Yeah.
But thanks for being on the show. And
Yeah.
like I said, good luck.
Thanks for
You have a
having
lot
us.
of fans obviously here, and you have a lot of customers now because there's a lot of people from Laguna as well. Hopefully, we can hook you up. Somebody got the idea that they can help out their own area, and they also get a hold of you. So we'll end with that. How do they get a hold of you if they want to get into some kind of a business with you? And then the other one is for driver and for passenger.
Okay, for everything, they can get in touch with us through our Facebook page. just go to Golag PH, and everything's there. They can find all the information they need. They can send us a message. They can also find our email address there,
Okay,
and we
and
can
for the
talk to them.
customers, they can download on the App
For
Store, right?
customers, please download the app. Yes, the app is available on Android and the Apple Store.
Okay, so Android and Apple Store, it's going to be available there. You can book straight away as long as you're in the Laguna area. Is it the whole Laguna area? Laguna's big.
You can book even from Manila going to Laguna or like Bulacan even.
We have advanced booking option also.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's great. I think we have information overload now. So we'll leave it there. We'll leave it with an open invitation for you guys to come back and talk about the hopefully the success of the new phase of Golag. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, those are the folks from Golag, and I think that is an awesome way to wrap up the show because for now, Rocket, come here and apologize. Huh? Well, okay, Rocket, the Raffle dog here, apparently just threw up. Poor Rocket just threw up. And I'm not kidding, I'd show you, but it would gross you out. Actually, you can see it there on the floor behind me there.
You fed him something that's illegal.
I think he ate some of my food that, didn't agree with him because, yeah. So it's either that or he's just so affected by the fact that there's a raffle problem today. I think it's that. I think Rocket is nauseous because of we have a raffle issue today, and it's the first time in 5 years we've ever had this. Actually, no, 7 years. We've had this for 7 years, this Apple raffle app, and this is the first time that it's not allowed us to do it. We did get a hold of the folks there at Easy Promos in Spain, because that's where they're from, and they did confirm that there is a Facebook issue right now that is not allowing us to draw because of the API issue. So it's just not allowing us to do this, which is really sad, and which is why Rocket threw up. So what we're going to do is they did say that Facebook's working on it now. It's not just this app. There's a lot of apps that are affected by this right now. So what we're going to do is wait till that gets fixed, and then we will also raffle it off once that happens. And then I'll post it on the Tito Clock group. I don't know if you guys are still active there, but every now and again I share some stuff on the Tito Clock group, and I'll make sure that I post it there. So if you guys win there, you'll know who won that. It's for the Oakley bag, which is over here. So there. That's what's up for grabs today. And sadly, we just can't do the live draw. So we'll see you guys next Friday. Anytime before it happens, I'll post it in the Tito Clock group as well as on the main page as well. So till then, Rocket says, bye, everybody. See you next time. Hope you enjoyed the show, and tune in again next week. Same time, same place. Till then, my name's James Deegan on behalf of the entire team, X, Y, and Z. Stay safe, everybody, and don't forget, be kind to one another.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop and talk a while.